Once upon a time, in the busy city of Lagos, there was a man named Alex. He was tall, dark, handsome, and built like a statue. His muscles glowed in the morning light whenever he lifted weight, and his smile could melt even the hardest heart. Alex was the owner of a popular fitness center called Titan Gym House. Every morning, people trooped in, men and women, young and old, all wanting to stay fit, lose weight, or build strength. But most of the women came not just to exercise, they came because of Alex. He had a way of making everyone feel seen. If you were slim, he would say, "You are doing great, let's tone those curves." If you are big or struggling to lose weight, he would smile and say, "You are beautiful just the way you are, let's just make you stronger." His voice was calm and reassuring. His eyes were kind. He always smelled of cologne and confidence. The women that came to the gym adored him. Alex knew the power he carried, and he used it. When new clients joined, especially women who looked unsure of themselves, he gave them extra attention. He adjusted their posture, guided their hands on the machines, and told them how proud he was of their effort. Some women blushed, some smiled shyly, some came every day, not because of the treadmill, but because of him. There was one mirror wall in the gym where everyone loved to take pictures after workout. Alex would often stand in front of them, their hands around his shoulder, and he would say, "You are doing amazing. Look at that glow." He knew how to say the right words at the right time. Many of the women, especially the married ones, began to open up to him. They told him about their husbands who no longer noticed them, their loneliness, their insecurity, and Alex listened with care, with empathy, and with a little smile that said, "I understand." But Alex wasn't helping them out of kindness. He had a hidden agenda. He was a man ruled by his desires, a man who saw weakness as an opportunity. He believed he could have anyone he wanted. And indeed, Alex, the charming gym instructor, started a dangerous game. When the gym closed at night, some lights would stay on. Behind those tinted glass doors, secrets began to grow, one that would soon cost him everything. A few weeks later, a new face appeared at Titan Gym House. Her name was Mrs. Bisi Aderemi, a married woman in her late 30s. She was short, plump, and always looked tired. Her husband had been complaining about her weight for months. One night, after another argument at home, she stood in front of the mirror, holding her belly with both hands. Her husband's harsh words echoed in her head. "Bisi, look at yourself. You've become a shadow of who you used to be." She sighed and made a decision. The next morning, she walked into Titan Gym House with a scarf tied around her head and a large water bottle in her hand. When Alex saw her, he smiled the same charming smile that melted many hearts. "Welcome, ma'am. First time here?" She nodded shyly. "Yes, I want to lose weight. My husband said I've changed too much." Alex smiled softly. "You are already beautiful, ma'am. We are not here to change you. We are here to bring out your best." For the first time in a long while, Bisi blushed. His words felt like healing oil on an old wound. From that day, Alex made her his personal project. He gave her a special workout plan, taught her what to eat, and even checked her progress daily. He would sometimes hold her hands, adjust her shoulders, or whisper, "You are improving so fast, Mrs. Bisi. I'm proud of you." Each compliment sank deep into her heart. At home, her husband barely looked at her, but at the gym, Alex noticed everything. When she wore a new pair of leggings, he said, "Wow, this color suits you perfectly." When she got tired and wanted to quit, he would say, No, no, don't give up now. You are stronger than you think. Gradually, Mrs. BC began to smile again. Her laughter returned and her confidence bloomed. But along with it came something she didn't understand. A quiet attraction. One evening, after everyone had left, she stayed back to thank Alex for all his help. The gym was silent and the air smelled of disinfectant and sweat. Alex stood close, wiping a dumbbell, his arm muscles flexing under the dim light. You are doing well, BC, he said softly. You've changed a lot since the first day. Thank you, she whispered. You've been so kind to me. Their eyes met. Silence stretched between them, long and heavy. Before she could think, Alex stepped closer. You deserve to be loved, BC, the way you are. Her heart raced. She didn't pull away. That night, the gym became the stage for a mistake that would change everything. From that moment, their friendship crossed a line that could never be erased. Mrs. BC, the woman who came to the gym to rebuild her body, ended up losing something far more precious, her peace. And Alex, the charming trainer, had claimed his first victim. After Mrs. BC, things began to change inside Titan Gym House. Alex now felt powerful, almost untouchable. He had crossed the line once and nothing bad happened, so he started to believe that he could do it again and again. Every week, new faces joined the gym. Some came with excitement, others with fear and low confidence. Alex's eyes could always tell who was weak inside. He knew when a woman needed attention, when she needed comfort, and when she only wanted to hear that she was still beautiful. That was his doorway. He would approach them during stretching time, correct their postures gently, and say with a soft smile, "You are stronger than you think. You just need someone to believe in you." And that someone was always him. Before long, Amaka, a young widow, joined the gym. She had lost her husband 2 years ago and wanted to rebuild her life. Alex treated her like a queen, carried her dumbbells, complimented her clothes, and texted her motivational quotes at night. Soon, she too fell into his net. Then came Tonia, a shy banker who cried the first day she couldn't lift the barbell. Alex told her, "Tonia, even roses start at seeds before they bloom. You will bloom too." She laughed, and from that day, she never missed a session. In just a few months, Alex had secretly been with more than 4 women who came to his gym. He thought it was his charm, his gift. He didn't know he was digging a pit for himself. His co-trainer, Kelvin, began to notice strange things. Long private sessions behind closed doors, whispered laughter after hours, and women who suddenly stopped coming to the gym without reason. One evening, Kelvin called him aside. "Alex, my brother, this thing you are doing is risky. We are mixing business with pleasure. One day, it will backfire." Alex laughed, brushing off the warning. "Come on, Kelvin. These women know what they are doing. I'm not forcing anyone." "That's not the point," Kelvin said quietly. "We are playing with fire." But Alex didn't listen. He believed he was too careful, too strong, too wise. He even bragged sometimes. "I don't need protection. My body's clean. I'm a fitness man. Sickness can't catch up with me." And so, the pattern continued. Day after day, night after night. Behind those shiny gym mirrors and air-freshened halls, Alex kept repeating the same game. Sweet words, soft touches, secret meetings. Each woman thought she was special. None of them knew they were part of a growing list, victims of a man who used confidence as a weapon. But destiny was watching. Because no secret stays hidden forever, and no man outsmarts the truth for long. The new month came with heavy rain and strange silence inside Titan Gym House. The once lively music and laughter now sounded faint. Something was changing. Something Alex didn't notice at first. It started with Amaka, the young widow. She stopped coming to the gym. For days, her phone was off. When she finally showed up, she looked pale and weak. Amaka, what happened? Alex asked, wiping sweat from his forehead. Nothing, she said softly. I've just not been feeling well. Her smile was dry, her eyes distant. Before the end of that week, she cancelled her membership completely. Then came Tonia, the shy banker. She started complaining of fever and body pains. She told Kelvin that she wanted to take a break from Jimmy for some time. Kelvin noticed she couldn't even complete her usual routine. He went to Alex and said, Alex, are you sure everything is alright with our clients? Many of them are falling sick. It's strange. Alex waved him off with pride. People get tired all the time, my friend. Don't overthink things. But Alex had started to feel weak too. Sometimes his throat hurts and sometimes his body shook. Though he blamed it on stress, he told himself it was just exhaustion from too many training sessions. Weeks passed and the number of women coming to the gym dropped. Rumors began to spread quietly. Whispers that some ladies were not feeling fine after spending too much time with the gym instructor. Kevin heard one of the clients talking at the reception. I don't want private sessions with him again. Something doesn't feel right. Kevin became worried. One evening after closing, he confronted Alex again. My guy, I don't like what I'm hearing. You better go and check yourself. Maybe you've picked something. Alex frowned. You and your fear. I'm fine, Kelvin. I've been with women for years. Nothing happened. Kevin sighed and shook his head. Pride comes before a fall. Alex, be careful. That night, Alex went home feeling uneasy. He looked at himself in the mirror. The same mirror where he always admired his muscles and perfect abs. But this time, he saw something else. His eyes looked tired. His skin had lost its glow. Still, he refused to believe anything was wrong. He said to himself, maybe I just need rest. I'm still strong. But destiny had already started writing a new chapter. The signs were there, in his body, in his clients, and in the silence of the gym that once echoed with activities. It was a bright Monday morning at Titan Gym House. The sound of weights clinking filled the air. Alex stood before the mirror, ready to lead a fitness class. But something was off. His vision felt blurry. His hands were trembling. He took a deep breath and tried to act normal. But sweat poured from his face faster than usual. Halfway through the session, his voice cracked. Let's take a short break, he said, struggling to breathe. The client looked worried. As Alex staggered to the back office, holding his chest, within minutes, he collapsed. Everyone screamed. Kevin rushed to him and shouted, Somebody call a doctor. Alex, can you hear me? When the ambulance arrived, Alex was barely conscious. His once strong body now looked weak and drained. He was taken straight to City Care Private Hospital. 2 days later, the hospital room was quiet. The only sound was the beeping of the heart monitor. Alex lay on the bed, his eyes half open, staring at the ceiling. Dr. Nneka, a calm but firm woman, walked in with a file in her hand. Mr. Alex, how are you feeling today? Weak, he murmured. Just tired. Maybe malaria. Dr. Nneka looked at him sadly. We ran some tests, and I'm afraid it's not malaria. Alex frowned. Then what is it? She hesitated. then spoke gently. Mr. Alex, you tested positive for HIV. The words hit him like thunder. He blinked, confused. That's not possible. I'm healthy. I'm a fitness man. I don't fall sick. The doctor sighed. It's possible, Alex. This virus doesn't care how fit you look. It spreads through unprotected contact. Alex's heart pounded. Images began to flash through his mind. Bisi, Amaka, Tonya, the night, the laughter, the carelessness. He covered his face with both hands. Oh God, what have I done? He whispered. The doctor placed a file on the table. You need to start treatment immediately and you must inform your partners. But Alex couldn't speak. Tears rolled down his face. He left the hospital and went back home. Later that evening, Kelvin visited him. When he saw his friend's pale face, his heart sank. Alex, what happened? Alex could barely lift his eyes. You were right, Kelvin. I played with fire. I should have listened to you. Kelvin sat beside him. Silent. The gym instructor who once felt like a king now looked like a shadow of himself. All the charm, the pride, the strength, gone. As the evening sun faded through the hospital blinds, Alex turned to the wall and whispered, I thought I was winning, but I was destroying myself. That night, the doctor informed some of the women who had been close to Alex. Fear spread quickly. Within a few days, the news reached the whole neighborhood. People stopped coming to the gym. The signboard that once shone proudly, Titan Gym House, transform your body, transform your life, now hung quietly, covered in dust. Months passed after Alex's diagnosis. He was no longer the man everyone admired. The glow on his skin faded. His muscles shrank. Even his confident smile disappeared. He stopped going to the gym completely. The once lively Titan Gym House was now silent. The mirrors became dusty and the air empty. Kevin tried to keep the business running, but people no longer trusted the place. Rumors had already spread far and wide in the neighborhood. They called Alex the fallen instructor. Some said he deserved it. Others shook their heads in pity. At home, Alex stayed mostly alone. His phone hardly rang. The same women who used to chase him with messages of admiration had all vanished. One by one, they blocked his number. Sometimes, he would sit by the window and watch young men jogging on the street. He remembered the days he led fitness classes, the laughter, the noise, the fame. Now all he had was silence and regret. One afternoon, Kelvin came to visit him. He brought some fruits and a packet of medicine. Alex smiled weakly. Kelvin, he said, I used to think my strength was my power. But I see now that real strength is not in muscles. It's in discipline. Kelvin sighed and nodded. I warned you, my brother. But at least you've realized it now. Alex looked at him with tired eyes. If only I could turn back time. I destroyed many hearts. And myself. Tears rolled down his cheek. Tell people my story, Kelvin. Let them know the body fades, but the spirit lives with consequences. Kelvin sat quietly beside him, holding his hand. The once strong man was now as fragile as paper. That night, Alex's condition worsened. He couldn't breathe properly. The nurse on duty rushed in, calling the doctor. But before they could do much, Alex closed his eyes and whispered his last words. I wanted to be loved, but I didn't know what love really meant. And then, silence. The next day, news of his death spread around the city. People gathered outside the gym. Some were crying, while some were whispering. The signboard of Titan Gym House was later removed. Nobody ever reopened it. Weeks later, Kevin started a new gym in another part of town. He called it New Life Fitness Center. Inside the hall, a small note was framed on the wall. It read, "Learn from the past, stay pure, respect every soul." And beneath those words, in small letters, it was signed, "In memory of Alex." Strength is not measured by how many hearts you can win, but by how many temptations you can resist. Alex had everything: looks, charm, fame, but he lacked self-control. And in the end, his own desires became his downfall. Dear friends, what lessons did you take away from this story? Share your thoughts with me in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this story, give it a like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so by now. Don't forget to turn on the bell so you will get notified when the next story drops. Thank you for watching, and remember, every tale carries a lesson if only we choose to listen. Until I bring another true life tale your way, goodbye and remain blessed.